picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Oh, I don't know. Just a little couple things to talk about today. What is up, boys and girls? We are live a little late because there's a little other show on YouTube that's kind of dominating the entire sports landscape. It is the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, Matt Perrault Brigade. Thank you for being here. We love to see you guys in the chat, chatting away. How are you, Dave? And boy, do we have a lot to talk about.
Pat and all of you, Diggs, Gumpy, Nikki, Ty, Boston Connor, Aaron Rodgers, you all fucked up our day. Started this shit late because of you. And Aaron said, lose your number.
To Adam Schefter, yes.
To Adam Schefter. All right, now we can start.
Yes.
Everybody's in the chat. Go where they are. Everybody's watching Pat and Aaron.
Yes.
And AJ.
500,000 people.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, from a YouTube, I don't know YouTube numbers. I don't know what records are, but that is from a sports media landscape. That's the most I've ever seen.
That's good.
Everyone on Twitter, everyone in the sports world. I mean, you know, multiple reporters got called out. and the team that has a chapped butt right now are the Green Bay Packers.
Is that why you're wearing a hat?
Correct. Green Bay's got a problem on their hands, and his name is Aaron Rodgers. This is not good. There's not an owner, so there's no one to really direct your anger at. That's what makes this franchise so unique. There's not one guy you can point at and be like, you screwed up, although there are some, Mark Murphy and whatnot, at the top of the organization. It's a wonky deal because if this was, Jerry Jones, you'd be mad at Jerry Jones. You can't get mad at one person. Rodgers wants to be a Jet. He made that perfectly clear. He wants to be a Jet.
He wants to be a Jet.
Aaron Rodgers wants to be a New York Jet. His offensive coordinator is there.
Put that one. It's just funny to say.
It's funny to say. I would agree. The numbers moved, 16-1 to 14-1 at the announcement for the Jets to win the Super Bowl.
Move it up to 25 and say everybody come and bet it.
Agreed.
Give me the best price in the world. Butchie, if you're watching, move it up. You want to move the damn number? Let's go. Want to bet the Jets? Come into our place and do it. I'll fly you here to do it.
and there will be, many people coming into Vegas for March Madness are going to have Jets Super Bowl futures. It's going to be the most heavily bet of the entire summer. But the problem for Aaron Rodgers.
Remember when the Browns were going to win the Super Bowl a couple of years ago? Remember that? I wrote a ticket in one of our books every single day from the January 1st.
Baker went there, yeah.
Until the start of football season. Every single day, there was a ticket written in one of our 7 books in town on the Browns to win the Super Bowl. They didn't make the playoffs. I think you should bet the Jets to make the playoffs first before you bet them to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's minus 170. Yeah, minus 170 at most books.
Minus 170 to make the playoffs. You got to lay money on the New York Jets to make the playoffs in the AFC.
Yes.
It's a good bet. Keep them coming. Laying juice.
Yeah. Look, Rodgers wants to be a Jet, but that doesn't mean the Jets are going to get Aaron Rodgers. This is the thing. The Packers control. They still are going to have to save face on this. So this, to me, Aaron Rodgers doing what he did today, to me, is trying to pressure the Packers. He said they're fighting over compensation. What the Jets are offering is not acceptable for what the Packers want. So now he has to go public to force the hands of Green Bay to say, let me go. I don't know if that makes the Packers dig in deeper because he did this, or make them want to get it off their front pages and just make the deal because it looks like it's inevitable. I don't know. I can't wait to watch this because Aaron can say all he wants. He's under contract, which he said numerous times in the interview. I'm under contract with the Packers. I believe it's over. They've made it known that they're moving on.
I believe he signed the contract, though, right? Or did he do one of those DocuSign things and maybe someone else signed it?
He signed it. He agreed to the deal, and he agreed to the $60 million that he's supposed to get paid this year. But he is not going. The Jets want it reworked, but by league rules, the Jets can't rework his contract until he's actually a Jet.
Right.
So he's not a Jet yet.
It's amazing how you like to change the rules after you sign it. I'm not siding with anybody in the thing. I'm laughing at the whole, like, I mean, we changed our day around for this. Like,
Everybody
there's
did.
so many
But everybody
people
did.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one guy. He's
Well,
playing
okay.
football. Like,
But in
what's the big
sports,
fucking deal?
because in sports, he's a gigantic star.
Is he?
Oh, yes. Aaron Rodgers? Yes.
Okay.
He's a market moving, needle moving player. First ballot Hall of Famer. No questions asked.
That's true. Hall of Famer, first ballot. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So that moves the needle. When this type of thing is happening with the most important position in sports, it moves the needle. It stops the sports world. It stops everything. It overshadows everything, including the NCAA. It overshadows everything.
Oh gosh. The basketball?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, for today, yeah, because it's not day one. It's perfect. It's Wednesday, not Thursday. He does it on Wednesday where people aren't really glued yet to their TV sets.
Texas Southern and Fairleigh Dickinson playing game doesn't matter today. What are you talking about?
So just saying, Rodgers to the Jets is going to be really interesting because, one, he goes to a New York media market that, again, I don't think he's going to get along with very well. I mean, he's out there blasting reporters, national reporters, for getting his number. Wait till the paparazzi's outside his house taking pictures nonstop. After the first loss, Rodgers, good luck. You better not go anywhere. New York media is going to be all up in your business 24/7. So good luck going to New York. I still don't think it's a good fit. I mean, I don't care about Hackett being there. I don't care about, your binkies and, go get all the players you want. I don't believe he had a list of demands. I don't think that was a logical question to ask. And that's what pissed off Aaron Rodgers, is when Adam Schefter said, did you have a list of players you wanted the Jets to go get before you went there? I don't believe that was happening, but I think anybody with a brain could figure out that Rodgers wants to play with his friends. The problem is there are 3 young wide receivers who play for the Jets who are going to be like, wait a second, what are we doing? Mercedes Lewis? The hell are we doing? I mean, Garrett Wilson's a first-round draft pick wideout. Like, I'm not sharing the ball with that guy. What are you doing? So how that dynamic works out is going to be fascinating to watch.
I just want to talk about the game, sir.
That is the games. That is the games. How do the Jets put that together? How do the Jets handle this? I still put them as, at best, the 4th best team in the AFC. Whoa. Maybe lower, depending on what happens with other teams in the offseason.
So wait, he's not going to the Patriots? There's no chance?
I don't think so. I mean, the team could trade him.
That would have been so much fun.
But the Patriots could trade for Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers could walk away. Like, the report came out last night. What Dave is referencing is that last night there were reports that the Patriots were having a Zoom meeting and or a clandestine meeting with Rodgers, trying to say, wait, don't go to New York, come to play for the come play for the Patriots. That could have been a variety of things, smoke screens, lies, or reality that the Patriots wanted to do. Because look, Robert Kraft loves nothing less than to screw over Woody Johnson. Like, that's his favorite thing in the world to do. He took Belichick after 2 days. He took the greatest coach of all time away from the New York Jets. So to take one of the best quarterbacks of all time away from the Jets is par for the course. So I believe the Patriots probably did kick the tires. It's just, if he doesn't want to go and play for the Patriots, I mean, on paper, the Jets have a better younger core than the Patriots do. So it's a fair point. If you're Rodgers saying, who do I want to play for?
I want to do it for the content. The show's called Bostonian versus the Book. The Bruins are the best team in hockey. The Celtics are the best team in basketball. I mean, perception-wise.
Yeah.
Up to this point, yes. And then Aaron Rodgers, the best playing quarterback right now, Hall of Famer, legend, would be a Patriot. I told you last night, and I'll say it on the show, I'd go get a whole top-to-bottom Patriot uniform. If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Patriots, I'm going to get the full uniform with the white helmet with Pat the Patriot on it, and I'll wear it on the show. I can't fucking wait if that happens.
So I'll be curious to see the next couple of days what we hear from the Packers. What do they say? Do they confirm the timeline? Do they confirm what Rodgers said? Or
what if
are they
don't
going to say
anything?
I don't know.
They don't confirm anything.
They have to.
They don't have to do anything.
No, they do, because they're owned by their fans.
They don't have to do a damn
It's a
thing.
very unique situation. It's a very, very unique. Packers are not typical. You have shareholders. You have to answer to people who are long time. Why did you make this decision? Otherwise, you can forget the board. I forget the whole thing, but the fans could technically fire the GM. Like you could have, there's different bylaws and things that go on. Green Bay is unlike anything else in all of sports.
Oh my goodness.
So I think they do have to say something. I think they do have to have a conversation. But Jimmy Jack says Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Dolphins, Ravens, Chargers better than the Jets. I'll give you Chief, Bengals, Bills. Dolphins, I need to know who's playing quarterback. I'm not positive on that. And I can't go yet Ravens, Chargers, but you can convince me depending on what the Chargers are going to do now that Austin Eckler is going to walk. What do the Chargers, what do they look like? And can they stay healthy? Because their defense is dynamic. But yes, I would, that list is good. I mean, it's a good list. We have a lot of, the Jets don't even win their division with Rodgers. Fair, clown. I'll give you that. I think the Bills are still the team to beat, and the Dolphins are going to be a royal pain in the neck.
I mean, the Bills got a lot of question marks too. I don't know if they just fall to 8 and 9. I mean, they may drop off a little, but the Jets got to win 11 games to win that division?
Yeah, or 12.
That's a big jump.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even win. They didn't go 500 last year with Rodgers in Green Bay, and I argue they had an easier division and a better team.
Fair point. 0 to 6, that jump is easy. 6 to 12 is really hard to do. Yeah. And then 12, 13, 14, 15 is even harder.
That's
to do
level stuff, yeah.
So to get to 11, to get to 12 would be a pretty, given the division, what are they going to go in the division? 4-2 at best?
That's hard to say right now.
So 3-3.
But if they get Rodgers, at least 3-3, right? You hope they split in the division and then go from there. Again, I got to see the opponents. Before I forget, Rainmaker 512 is at Manny's Pub right now with the boys watching the show.
Appreciate you.
That's why I wore the Pittsburgh Pirate old school hat. We're going to cycle through some Pittsburgh hats today in honor of them. And the bread men are all watching the show today, right now, live and in the chat. So thank you, boys.
So you made reference about the Browns betting that went on previously.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield was the reason for that.
He was. It was great. We made so much money on
Baker
that.
was the reason for that. Baker Mayfield's going to replace Tom Brady.
Now think about that. Think about what you're saying out loud.
Poor Baker, by the way. No one's going to talk about this today. He goes to the Bucs thinking like, oh, good, I get a chance here to be the starting quarterback for Tampa, and crickets. No one's going to respond.
I love, like, when he went to the Rams, I thought that would help the Panthers when he went to the Panthers. It's a total disaster. Then when he went to the Rams, I was like, look at this guy's approach. Like, he's one step away from being out of the league, and he's shipping off to the Rams, owns it, is a great teammate, starts that game on Thursday night, beats the Raiders, and a comeback. I'm like, maybe he's resurrecting his career. Okay. I saw this in the rundown, and I went, oh, no. Like Brady was getting hit a lot last year. Like the offensive line was
they'll
bad.
be back. They'll be back. They had major injuries. They lost 3 starters on that offensive line. So you would expect the line to be much better next year, but your point's accurate about what, Mike Evans, we know Godwin hasn't been the same since the knee injury. They don't really have a weapon at tight end. Their defense took a big step backwards last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
They couldn't run the ball on anyone last year.
God, that's a tough spot. That's a tough spot. I want to see guys get put in positions to succeed.
Yeah,
like him. And oh man, I don't know. I just don't know.
That concludes the NFL portion of the show. Just FYI. Okay, so no more NFL.
Bonito.
You asked for
Patrick Peterson signed with the Steelers. Sneaking.
Oh, so you want to talk about so now we're talking about that. Okay. Now that's something relevant to you. So now all of a sudden you want to talk football.
Talk about. I was just mentioning it for the boy. They got a zillion guys that we're going to have a Manny's Pub get together. Manny's saloon. Everybody's going there to watch the show in Pittsburgh at some point.
Ooh,
Gonna get lunch and the whole deal set up.
like it.
I'm gonna pander to the Pittsburgh audience a little bit today.
Yeah, it's fine. Good job out of them. Patrick Peterson's a hell of a player. It's a good addition for that for that Steelers defense.
Tackle somebody, please.
All right. You asked for this topic. We had it at the end of the show yesterday. We moved it to the top of the show today.
Yes.
So BetMGM has signed to be the official sports book of the Boston Red Sox. BetMGM has come out and said the new laws that are in place that were not in place last year when DraftKings was in the same position that state you cannot be marketing at an event where 25% of the audience or more are under the age of 21. As you see on the screen, BetMGM has a very large, it's going to be there all year. It's going to be a large sign. They'll say BetMGM. That says BetMGM Rewards. This is going to say BetMGM. They've already tweeted out the picture of what it looks like at Fenway on the Green Monster. They're going to be marketed.
But you could see it from the moon.
Yeah, can't miss it. It's going to say you bet here, right? 25% of the audience. I don't know how many kids will be in attendance, but I don't know how you police this. He said it's going to be very hard to police it, and kind of saying to the mass, gaming control board, look, you can't fine us for marketing to kids because we can't control this, and you can't come up with a logical number about how many kids are going to be in the stands.
How do they come up with the number of people that are betting and all this other stuff? Like, it's just make the number up. That's what they pretty much do. I mean, there's 40,000. Say there's 40,000 seats in Fenway.
Mm-hmm.
There's nights where there's 10,000 kids in there.
Easy.
No?
Oh, easy. Depending on the day.
Below 21, right?
Oh, yeah.
21 and under.
Oh, I mean, there are. Yeah, I mean, if it's a weekend game, it's easily that. Weeknight depends on the night, but weekend, Sunday games, Saturday day games,
Right.
yeah, huge number of kids that are going to be there.
So what's the answer here? How do you don't? What do? You got to come to an agreement. Like, look, it's okay in sporting events.
Like, no, I mean, we've talked about this. Mass is not going to bend the rules for anybody.
They're not damn sure.
They're not interested in.
They're putting open hearings on everything is open to everybody. They're putting. Did you read? They're putting a thing at City Hall or something to tell you where the bets are coming from. Like, they're doing a geo-comply thing publicly.
Well, they messed up too because one of the geo-complies had somebody in Maine.
Whoops.
So it's not all working. The geo-comply is not working all that much because when they do that little animation of like where all the bets are coming from, one popped in Maine. And people were like, that's Maine. That's not Massachusetts. What are we doing? So it's not all working perfectly.
M-E, right?
M-A. M-E. Big difference.
M-E. Big difference.
Yes.
One letter, different state. That's a $250,000 fine, right? That's
New Hampshire is in between. You have a whole state in between. It's a it's a sliver, but it's still a state that's in between Maine and Mass.
Damn. The hell.
Amesbury to Kittery is, I believe, the jump with Portsmouth in between. So.
Just have the ticket takers count the kids and then cover up the logos once they get over 25%. It's simple. See?
That's simple. Oh, yeah,
Bartone, Brian Bartone just came in and solved the problem.
So you want to card every 18, 19, and 20-year-old walking into Fenway Park?
Terrible idea.
No. Guys, remember, this is not kids like, oh, Matt's daughter's here. She's 8. No. 18, 19, and 20 fall under this law. Anyone under 21, if it's 25%, meaning college kids.
Everybody.
So if you do a college night at Fenway Park, which they've done before.
Oh, yeah.
And they offer big discounted tickets for college kids to come and buy and be a part of it.
Tarp over the Green Monster.
Are you kidding me? You can't do that. It's in the field of play. You can't put a tarp over it.
You're advertising all these kids. You blow the whole deal with one night.
Not Mass's problem. That's BetMGM's problem. That's the Red Sox problem.
Man, oh man.
I don't know how hard it is to paint over the Green Monster for those particular nights, but that's why they're coming out and saying that, hey, it's going to be tough to police this. Don't be fucking fining us for this. Not our fault. Don't do this. Like this is literally BetMGM saying, yo, hey, we know you're going after Encore. We know you hit win bet for one bad college women's basketball bet. We ain't getting 25,000 a night or 250,000 a night fines every time we have an ad up for the 82 home games.
That's 16
or 81 home games, right? 81 home games. We can't be
160 mil. Add a zero. 80 games, 250. Yeah, that's every 4 games is $1 million.
It's like
Divided by
$50 million.
What the?
Yeah. You want a $50 million fine?
No.
I mean, math is going to be building.
We're not going to do 50 million in handle. No, we don't want that.
Right. So that's why they're putting this flag out now, saying, don't. When we start start games at Fenway, which I think start before they play an exhibition game or two, I think before they open up. I don't know if that Fenway though, but their opening day I think is March 30th. Everyone plays on opening day. The Red Sox. Let's see when the Red Sox schedule is. Hold on. Opening day 23. Opening day for the Red Sox is game 1. They're playing against. Why? This is the stuff that pisses me off.
Oh boy.
Major League.
Hold on. Let me get the glasses back on. What pisses you off, sir?
Major League Baseball is based in New York, New York. So if you're going to build the schedule,
right,
somebody has to raise their hand and say, on March 30th, is it a good idea to put the Red Sox at home against the Orioles?
Still,
is that a good idea?
March, no, still cold.
It's freezing. It's fucking freezing on March 30th to play baseball outside. Cold. What are we doing? Like, this should just be a logical thing of I'm like, you know what? They play the Rays in the same division. Put them in Tampa. Put the Red Sox, the Phillies, the Yankees, they'll open it up later. It's for these stupid TV numbers they're worried about because Boston's a big TV market. So, okay, give Boston, everyone's playing on March 30th, right? First time since like 70-something. The first time every team in baseball will play a game on opening day.
Right.
What are we doing putting on March 30th a game at Fenway Park? Why?
I don't know. I used to go to the home opener every year in Pittsburgh, and then by the 4th inning,
you're out.
Either somebody I was with or somebody said, let's leave. And I'm like, we can't leave. The game just started. It's in the 4th inning. Well, I'm freezing. I'm cold. I'm wet. I'm this, I'm that. And you had to hide under cover, and then you had to go home wet and angry, and you didn't want to go to another game until June.
Right. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
It doesn't make a lick of sense to me why.
No.
I know. I mean, other than TV, I know why they're doing it on television, but I mean, Red Sox, Orioles, March 30th. Red Sox finish at Baltimore we're playing October 1st regular season games, by the way, just FYI.
What?
October 1st regular season games.
This year?
Yeah.
We're starting on March 30th and we're still playing October 1st?
Yeah.
What the hell happened there? It's supposed to be done with the regular season the last week of September, no?
Nope. How the calendar falls.
Started that shit earlier.
October 1st. I mean, they're starting earlier, but October 1st. And I don't know. I mean, we'll see what the weather's like, but most likely it's going to be nasty and cold and disgusting. And those are important games. I mean, divisional games, you're only playing 13 of them against the Orioles. So, I mean, a divisional game early matters. That's an important game out of the gate for the Red Sox, and they're playing in freezing temperatures. So, I don't know. I mean,
apparently they want the games during the summer when the kids are off of school because there's more kids that go to the games when there's not school. But then they got the problem with the thing on the wall. And then they're going to have to say, we can't have the kids at the games. We're going to have to start. It's a complete fucking mess.
It is. All right. The Bruins, speaking of a mess, minus 450 favorites last night. Lose the game. I think it ended 6-3. I think they got 2 open net goals. I thought Chicago plus 1.5 goals last night was a good bet at plus money. Didn't think they're going to win the game at plus 300. They won on the puck line.
6-3 final.
Yeah, 6-3 final. It was 2 open net goals. It was 4-3 with 2 minutes to go.
That's not bad. You know how many times that the Blackhawks have done that? Like since February 1st, one as a dog, a big dog. They beat the Maple Leafs. They beat the somebody else. Go back and look. Yeah. Somebody in the chat, give you something to do since February 1st. I think I bet the Blackhawks have won 5 times.
Wow,
as a plus 250 dog or higher. One outright. Last night was one of the biggest ones. I mean, the Celtics fucked everybody 2 nights ago
And
with
then
the
the
big
Bruins did it.
favorite and
And the
losing,
Bruins did it
and the
last night.
Bruins took them down last night. Listen, people like to come at you because of the Boston bullshit. I said, "Hey, I can't help you. I can't.
Come on,
This team's
I,
lost
I'm
last 2
excited.
days.
I like it right now. This is what I want.
This is what you want. Go
Uh,
ahead, tell them. You want them to
no,
lose now."
yeah, I want to lose now. I want them to have their losing streak now. I want both Boston and both teams, Bruins, Celtics. I want them both over the next 14 games. Get it all out of the way now.
Right.
Fix all
Just
the
stay
problems.
healthy.
Stay
Just
healthy,
stay healthy.
but get all this
Right.
drag ass, horrible performances, not inspiring play out of the way now. And
Right.
then hear the clamoring, hear the worry warts, hear all the naysayers, absorb all of that. And then when the playoffs start, go and
Right.
and start playing again.
And then what?
Go win the whole fucking thing.
Go win the whole fucking thing. I knew you were going to say that.
So see where you're going. Go and do that. All right. So I was wrong. You were right last night on Bet It or Book It. Both games go under in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
Do they go under again tonight?
One yes, one no.
Okay. Not both.
One yes, one no. I think tonight they split.
Okay. So before we get to the games tonight, we have an Ask the BVB question.
I just got a text from the Book It boys, Trent and Nikki and Big D.
Right.
They just landed.
Yeah.
They're in Vegas.
Everyone's in Vegas this week.
It's crazy. All these people are coming, but they just text me. I sent them the link to the show. I said, sign on the show in the next 30 seconds to a minute. I'll give you a quick hello and a shout out. So hopefully, Trent, I'll see you later. Maybe you big time me. Don't big time me. I knew you. I remembered you back when. Don't forget that. Nikki, Big D. I'll see Big D. Big D always has time for me. That was a quick shout out for those boys. I love them.
There you go.
Go.
So ask the BVB.
Yes, sir.
Question. This was posted.
An original idea, by the way. This Ask the BVB. This is a good thing. I mean, you sent me the text earlier about some other things, and ask the book a question. The good thing is that I actually worked in a book for a long time. Like, it's a good thing. So when you ask me a question about the book or bets or things, it's a good. I feel a little bit qualified to answer the question.
On this show, I'm the sarcastic asshole. I love that you have taken over my role. This is phenomenal.
It has to be said sometimes. How do you have segments of things on shows and ask the book the questions and things if you've never even been in a book to see what the building looks like, let alone sit behind a counter or answer the phone? It was just a question. I don't know. Did I take over the? Sorry, I didn't mean. Did I take over the segment? Go ahead. What was the question?
Phenomenal. No, it's great. I love it. It's too good.
Make sure. I mean, ask the book a question. Make sure somebody at least. I mean, if you read one of the best lines I ever heard was from an old bookmaker. Just because you read a book doesn't mean you know how to run a book. Just because you read a book doesn't mean you know how to answer a question about a book either. But that's okay. I'm glad I can help.
Yeah. Your punctuations, we do like punctuation here, just so you all know if you get the reference. I don't know. I'm just asking a question. There's a word there. Okay.
We love.
Do you subscribe to this theory that gambling Twitter is all a buzz with?
Oh boy.
First half unders in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Oh, guys used to come in and bet this. They just bet all 32. Our friends Sean and Kramer, the sports gambling podcast, they started doing a show about this.
Yes.
I remember that. That was good. That's good content. And it actually wins more than it loses. There's 32 games.
Went 1-1 last night.
I don't think you can't go. 32 half is 16. I would be very, very surprised if it doesn't go at least 17 and 15.
But that doesn't win you money.
17 and 15 wins you a sliver. A sliver.
On -110 juice? No, it doesn't.
17 out of 32 with no pushes? What's the percentage?
At -110 on both sides?
I'm going to do the math for you. 17 divided by 32 is 53.1%.
So you don't win money.
The
You're
juice is 52.5. You will come out a slight winner. Stick to the weather,
Okay.
meteorologist, counselor.
That's. I mean, and if you lay minus 115 on any of those, you're down.
You will be break even or loss at 17 and 15.
Yeah.
And if you're playing with all the legal books, you're probably laying 15 on some of these
Or
numbers,
20.
if not worse.
Yeah, or minus 120.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, again, it's fun to do.
I don't subscribe to this. I don't think blindly betting all 32 is a good idea.
No,
I think it's a bad idea.
How would you do that? I mean, that's
Well,
a
you
lot
just
of
said
bets.
you just said 32 bets, first round, 32 games, 17 and 15.
Well, people are doing that. Like,
Right. I'm
legitimately,
not saying
people are doing that. I've
but
seen
I
it
would not
done.
recommend it. Right. I've seen it done too.
Yeah.
I would not recommend it. I don't think, because I have one tonight for Better to Book It that I'm going to give you, but I think you have to pick your shots. I think you have to do your research and you have to see what the teams are doing and what they have done, and then look at the number and trying to find value on betting it versus going and betting these things just straight blindly. Because look, in our own Discord channel, we had people asking this question, because if you take out the 1s and the 2 seeds from last year, it hit 80%. It hit 80% of the time last year.
The 1s and the 2s were the overs?
Yeah. Because they go crazy.
They kept scoring.
Yeah, they just run in the first half.
They
They're full
kept
bore
scoring. Right,
against the 15 and 16 seeds, and they just ran them off the court. So they scored a ton of points. So those 4 games, but if you pull those 4 games out and now you're down to 28 games, it hit an 80% clip. That was from a Discord member. So I did not do the math on that. That was just a question that was posed saying, hey, Matt, do you know that you pulled out the 1 and 2 seeds last year? It hit at 80%. I said, I don't know. I'll ask Dave. I still don't subscribe to it. I'm still not. I think you pick your spots like any other bet.
If you bet 100 a game, you win 17, you lose 1660, you make $40
for a lot of aggravation.
3,200
in play.
No, 3,200 times 11 times 110 instead of, so it's 32 times 100 is 3,200, and then another 10. So you risked 3,520 to win $40 if you go 17 and 15. That's, I mean, that's a hard way to make a living. Go do something else. I mean, that's because the risk
is high.
I mean, 16 and 16 or worse, and you lose. Like, that's rolling the dice a little bit. But I mean, people, it's called gambling for a reason. I don't know. That's
along those lines, someone just asked me this question, so I'll ask you.
Yes, sir.
Are you a multi-bracket guy or are you a one bracket guy?
Oh, I was always a multi-bracket guy because I do one and then I look at it and then I go, that's going to lose. That's going to lose. Or somebody will send me something, right. Or, like we'll post a clip like the commercial and I'll get 8 texts like I did this morning saying you should put Duke in your Final Four because Perrault just besmirched the entire ACC. And I was like,
I'm surprised I didn't get more hate for that. I actually, because they pulled that clip, I thought I'd get more hate out of that. More ACC folks would be mad at me for saying that.
The kids at Sports Grid absolutely love the show, and they loved your take on that as well.
I'm not wrong. I mean, Pitt set a record. Pitt should never have won that game last night. Never should have won that game last night.
Did you see the stats?
Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the first time ever with those stats is all bad. Scoring less than 60 points, all this, that, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And
the tweet is
win the game.
Where's the tweet that you sent me? Because it's phenomenal. I mean, the numbers are phenomenal.
It's crazy.
So Pitt is the first D1 team in the last 25 seasons to score 60 or fewer points, shoot 35% or worse on 2-point shots, shoot 60% or worse on free throws, get out rebounded by 20 or more, and still win.
How's that possible?
D1 teams had been 0 for 348 under that criteria using those numbers.
I mean, who put that
Opta Stats.
Opta Stats. I mean, they went deep on that. Like, that's some bad stat after bad stat after bad stat. And then somebody will come to the window after that and say, "See, I knew it. I had it all along." And you look at the guy like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Right.
Like, you really believe that you knew something, that I was
Yep.
good. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I wore the Pitt hat for
So
all the
they
Pitt
got
guys and stuff. Like,
Pitt
come on.
got. You want to talk about the definition of a lucky win? That would
But
be
you
a
know what's
lucky
gonna
win.
happen now, right?
What, they're gonna go score 100 in the next round?
No, but they're gonna beat Iowa State now,
Yes,
right?
I think so. Oh, I think Iowa State can't score, so I think it's got more to do with Iowa State's inability to put the ball in the bucket. So they could, but if they miss shots, like if they do a repeat of last night, Pitt's not beating Iowa State.
You can't do a repeat of that,
Yeah,
can you?
no, that won't happen.
Be that bad
Be that
again?
bad. Yeah, you can't. If they play like that again. I don't care what Jeff Capel. I don't care what you're talking about. Coach of the year in the ACC. I don't care. They're losing to Iowa State if that's the performance. I mean, you cannot shoot less than 35% from two and less than 60% on free throws. Like in the tournament, those are the two stats I watch the most. 3-point shots come and go. Get streaky, you get hot. You got to hit your layups. You got to hit your 2-point shots. And sure as shit, you got to hit your free throws. I mean, I lost the over last night because Southeast Missouri State was 9 of 20 from the free throw line.
That was a different game.
I know, but I'm saying my over. I'm saying
Oh.
you have to hit your free
You're
throws.
talking about the Pitt game, and you're
I am,
talking
but I'm
about
saying-
SEMO.
I'm just talking about in the tournament, you must hit free throws. So if you don't hit free throws, you aren't
Can't
beating
win.
anybody.
Don't win. Can't do it.
Southeast
Just
Missouri
like
State
Mike
should have won. I mean,
Singletary
they
said.
could have won that game last night. And congrats to my boy Steve Lutz for winning his first ever NCAA tournament game.
Attaboy, Lutz.
I was really happy for him and really psyched for the Islanders, the only D1 school on their own island.
Yeah,
It's a-
we were
it's a good
questioning
recruiting.
that on Sports Grid last night. Cam was like, "How are they the Islanders?" I said, "I think it's on an island,"
Literally.
and we had to check it. I
It
love
is.
those uniforms. It said
Nice.
Islanders on the back.
Yeah.
Those were nice. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to get me a hat if they win.
Oh, I
another
can take
game.
care of that. Yeah. Once it's I can tell coach to send us some gear.
Yeah, we need.
So-
I need some Islander gear.
Yeah,
Some
we'll
Corpus
sport-
Christi. Did they win? They don't win again. They're done.
To Alabama? No.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
They are a really bad matchup for Alabama against Alabama. That
Game's
is
gonna fly over, is it not?
probably so. But again, I mean, even the Islanders didn't shoot the way I wanted them to last night. They won the game by 4, but that game was trending over the entire game, and then second half things really went south because neither
Right.
team could score late in the game. And then, man, the free throws for Southeast Missouri State was just, I mean, SEMO couldn't buy a bucket at the foul line.
SEMO's a pretty good nickname. I was like, what do they keep calling them SEMO for? Oh, Southeast Missouri.
Because they
That's-
play
oh,
they play 1AA football. They're a 1AA power in the Missouri Valley Conference football.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's why I've known about that school for a long time because it's them, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Missouri State are all big MVC power football teams. So I've known that school for a while. They recruited Omaha a lot for football, and kids that couldn't play Big
okay.
10, kids that couldn't play Big 12 level football, they would go play there at 1AA.
Is
So-
it relatively close to there? Like it's not far to get down there?
It's
Or is
in
that- it's far,
Missouri,
right?
so it's probably
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours minimum
Okay.
drive, but it's not like it's,
Okay. Right. But I mean, it's somewhere where a kid from there could go to
Oh,
school and not feel
100%.
too far
Yeah,
away,
yeah,
but
yeah,
far
yeah.
enough away and all that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Kids, I mean, the 1AA schools love the Nebraska, Iowa kid. I mean, they love that football level because they aren't good enough to play elite, but they play their asses off.
Right.
They play hard. They play 7-on-7, Western Nebraska
Right.
or middle of nowhere, Iowa. They're pig farmers, they're cow farmers, they got farm boy strength, and they love football. And they go play on that level, North Dakota, South Dakotas. And they're okay with the cold. They can suffer through the cold. at
Right.
least
Yeah.
In the
And that's what
Dakotas.
a lot of kids from Western Pennsylvania, same thing. I mean, they just go play anywhere because they like playing football and they grow up in that weather.
Yep.
So there you go.
All right. So we got Texas Southern laying 2.5 against Fairleigh Dickinson tonight. The total is 148. You like one of these two games to go over. Is this the game you like to go over?
Yeah, I do. Just looking. Oh, no. Wait, hold on. No. The other game, Arizona State game to
Okay.
go over.
Nevada. Okay.
Yeah, Arizona State to go over. This game to go under.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the dog. You like the dog?
I have absolutely no idea in this game. I have
Yeah, I'm
no.
just looking at the screen. I don't have a
The
clue.
only reason why I bet yesterday and I laid the 3 points because I was waiting to see if it got down to 3, and it did. And once it hit 3, I fired on the Islanders because of Coach Lutz. Like that was just there wasn't a
Coach
big handicap.
Lutz.
There was it was I'm just betting on my guy, and they won by 4. So if you laid 3.5, they still covered it, but it was sweaty at the end for sure. He had 2 free throws, hit the first one, missed the second one. Game ended 4. So 3 and 3.5, you cover 4.5. You lost 4.5. You pushed on 4. I have no idea tonight on this. Texas Southern's been here more often than Fairleigh Dickinson has been, but Texas Southern's like 14 and 20.
Ooh.
Like they suck. They just got hot in their conference tournament.
Do you remember Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Of course.
What was the inspector or the super's name, the boss? It was Lutz, wasn't it? Lutz?
Sure.
Lutz. I'm pretty
Sure.
sure it was Lutz. I
Sure.
thought of it as you said Lutz, and I just said
Sure.
Lutz. Lutz. Okay.
Sure.
Sorry. Distracted.
We both
Under.
So under. Okay. I have no idea. No play. Arizona State laying 2.5 to Nevada. Total is 134.5. It's climbing.
Let it climb. It's going to oh no. This one's going over.
So you
Is it climbing? What are you talking about?
It was 133 last night.
134.5.
It's climbing.
Open 135.5 now. It's circa and
So it's going up. It's climbing.
South Point. Yeah, it's going up in Vegas. Not moving so much yet. A little bit creeping up offshore too. I like over.
So which one's going under?
No,
You
what
said
did I
over.
just say?
you
This
said
one
over?
under. This one under. This one under. I
Okay.
saw Arizona State. They shoot a lot of threes. I mean,
Okay, so
this can
would you
go
like the-
over because if they make the threes like they did in the game, or I forget what we read so many games. I saw Arizona State twice. I forget which game but they made a ton of threes and the game went over like 4. If they make the threes, this one could go over, but I don't think so. What's all the love for Nevada? What the hell's going on with that? Oh God. He's
There we go.
reset.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Pulled the cord and it didn't like it. So
You pulled the cord?
on my mic, I pulled the cord out.
Don't do that.
I put it back in. It froze me. So
Gotcha.
I pulled the U. I just hit the refresh button and it came right back.
That's perfect.
So it was good. On that.
My name is Chief Lutz. That's right. Chief Lutz.
Oh,
thank
we
you,
go.
Sebastian.
nice
Seabass.
job. Good
Honor.
job,
Thank
Brigade. Yeah, I personally lean towards Arizona State to win this game. Just looking at the numbers and the matchup, Nevada plays really slow. And if Arizona State can speed them up, that could be a recipe for disaster. Nevada, though, is 18 and 11 and 2 ATS on the year.
18, 11, and 2.
ATS. Arizona State's 15 and 19. They were better on the road than at home, but they're 8 and 15 in the Pac-12 ATS.
Oh.
Lost by 19 to Arizona. They beat USC by 5. They beat Oregon State by 6. So in their last 3 games. I do have a play on this game later and better to book it, though, but it's not one of these two sides.
These Jets fans are coming, they're texting me and stuff now.
Of course.
Like coach is texting me, the Jets are back, blah, 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 blah. Stop.
No, I would be happy. I'd be excited if I were them. I mean, you get Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback you've had ever. What better quarterback for the New York Jets?
Oh, Namath.
All right, so we're going back to in my lifetime, since from 1977
Richard Todd?
1977 on. Tell me a better quarterback.
Ken O'Brien?
Come on. Give me a better quarterback the New York Jets have had than Aaron Rodgers since 1977.
What was that guy that played? I can't remember his name.
I mean, we're talking about a quarterback.
Favre?
We're talking about he sucked with the Jets.
Oh.
I mean, talking about butt fumbles are more well known than the quarterbacks are for
Mark
the Jets.
Sanchez took him to the AFC Championship.
Yeah. 2 years. They had a 2-year run with the big boy, Mr. Footlover. And Rex Ryan had that defense flying around, and even then they couldn't get over the hump. But look, Jet fans have every right to be ecstatic today, but he's not yours yet. That's the problem. The Packers don't have to trade him. They have to choose to trade him.
This would be amazing if they didn't do it.
Right? If they want to stare at Rodgers and say, hey, I know you want to go there, but we're not sending you there. Your rights are going to be sent to wherever we want. Hey, I heard Washington needs a quarterback. How'd you like to be a commander? Hey, Aaron, you're going to be a commander. You want to play for Washington? They can take whatever they want. Literally, they can take the worst offer on the table. Aaron has Aaron doesn't have a no trade clause, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think he does because I would have heard about it.
I would have thought that it would have already been discussed.
Yeah, I don't think.
Again, I don't know.
I don't think he has.
Boomer Esiason. There you
does,
go.
He does have a no trade clause that he couldn't let his own discretion. He does have
Vinny Testaverde. Think about all these good quarterbacks for the Jets.
They all were bad. Rodgers is better than all of them.
Vinny, Chad Pennington.
Rodgers is better.
Crap.
I mean, go through it. Go through the list of New York Jet quarterbacks since 1977. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback they've had. It's a big
Johnny Wishbone.
Right.
That's the different guy. That's the guy from Beverly Hills.
Oh, nice. So, those are all the things that if you're a Jet fan, you have every right to take a victory lap. Go crazy. Enjoy it, but it doesn't mean much yet.
You can't be on a victory lap. You're not even on the track yet.
Right,
no
but you could be excited.
No,
but you could be excited. You could be. Look, New York media is going bonkers. New York Talk Radio. This is going to get them all the way to August. This is fun for them. This is phenomenal. It's going to be Mets, Yankees, Rodgers.
Oh.
Those are your three stock sports talk topics.
Oh God! What about
for the entire
Knicks?
summer? What?
What about the Knicks?
Maybe.
The Rangers?
No. Not even
Rangers.
no.
They look good last night on that cartoon and all that other stuff. They look good.
On talk radio, no.
Oh,
No.
man.
Hockey fights a losing battle.
Taletti said in all caps, like Auntie Rodgers is way better than Namath. How would Taletti know? Taletti wasn't even born yet. Were you, Taletti?
I wasn't either, so I couldn't tell you. But on paper, I would agree. That Aaron Rodgers is better than Joe Namath, but
Neil O'Donnell, former Steeler, went to the Jets and finished his
Phenomenal.
career there. Like another great, like Aaron Rodgers.
washed up. Right, exactly. It's funny because you look at where the Jets have been, and then Rodgers coming in, and the expectations are what? Is it a success if Rodgers goes to the Jets and doesn't win at all?
No.
Right? So the bar is
if he goes and at least makes the Jets into the playoffs, like that's a success. No, they ain't been in the playoffs in how long? That's a success. You can't expect them to go there and win the Super Bowl. All them young kids and the coach and all that other stuff. He's going to go make them win the Super Bowl?
I'm trying to see.
They're going to beat the Chiefs?
Yeah, good luck.
Stop.
Yeah, please stop.
They're going to beat the Bengals?
So Brett Favre with the Jets played all 16 games, threw for 22 touchdowns and 22 interceptions.
That wouldn't
had a quarterback rating of 81.
22 picks.
Yeah. And then with the 2 years with the Vikings, he played 16 games in 13 games. 16 games with the Vikings, threw for 32 touchdowns and just 7 picks.
He was good with the Vikings, man.
Had a quarterback rating of 107.2.
They were so close. Minnesota people, thank you for watching the show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell one person about the show. You remember how close you were with Brett Favre, and then he got smacked in that game against the Saints and literally ended everything. That was it. He didn't get up. He didn't come back. He retired from football, and things have never really been the same since that.
Yeah, Rodgers threw 26 touchdowns and 12 picks last year. Quarterback rating of 91.1. Lowest of his career.
Oh, man. Clown MB3 chose violence in the chat. Jets will miss the playoffs next year.
Look, you could say anything to me right now, and I'm not going to argue. You could say the Jets win the Super Bowl. You can tell me the Jets win 6 games. I'm not going to argue either side because there's so much to come. There are so many things to work itself out with all of this that I
The
don't.
Jets aren't winning the Super Bowl next year. We can. You wouldn't even agree to that right now.
I can't because I don't know what the team's going to look like. I don't know who's
don't
on that
give
roster.
a shit. I want
Well, I
to
do.
take all of the bets. Oh my
Fine, but I
god,
don't.
let's
I mean, right
go.
now, I'm on your side. Right now, there's no way the Jets are winning the Super Bowl. But
Please come in.
if they're
Yes.
making other changes and moves, I mean, if Odell Beckham Jr. goes there and he's healthy, if they go ahead and package some of their players, young guys together and go make other trades or plays for other players, I don't know. I mean, I can't. That defense
Wow.
is legit. I mean, Sauce Gardner is arguably the best shutdown corner right now in the game going into year 2. They've
Okay.
got some really good guys in the secondary. They've got really good defensive linemen. They have a defensive-minded head coach. And now they've got the Binky offensive coordinator for Rodgers.
Right.
I mean, on paper, they're going to be in the conversation. It's hard to argue.
That's going to be good. I
Yeah.
mean, it'll be fun. It's fun when the New York teams are relevant. It's been so long, or since they've been relevant, because they've
Fair.
mostly been irrelevant.
Right.
But it's fun when the New York teams are good. They're
Good
fun
bet's
to
gonna
root
be
against for
the
the
good
rest
bet's
of
going to
us.
be next year. Who wins more games? Giants, Jets.
Well, if Rodgers goes to the Jets, it's got to be the Jets. No,
No.
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 Now you're doing it.
I'm
The
just telling you
Giants
the
won how
Giants
many games last year and made the playoffs, and they're not
9,
going
right?
to win more games than the Jets. I mean, the
Giants could
Jets.
win 11 games next year.
Whoa. They're going to do what they did again.
Yeah. Or take another step forward, be even better.
Did they get the third place schedule? They finished behind both the Eagles and the Cowboys, huh?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So it actually is somewhat repeatable.
I think it's very repeatable. I think the Giants could be very sneaky next year. Brian Dable's a really good coach. I like what he's doing a
Saquon
lot.
stays healthy again the whole season?
Well, that's obviously a big question, right?
Oh,
But
my God.
Daniel Jones might continue his progression. I mean, look at the leaps that Josh Allen made with Brian Dabble as the head coach.
My
I mean,
God.
they got, and they got Waller. Good point.
Right?
I'm not obsessed with Rodgers. What are you talking about? I'm not obsessed with Rodgers by any
Push.
means.
That's a good number. 9. They both win 9 if Rodgers
Fair.
goes.
Okay. I give you that. I'm not obsessed
9
with
and 8.
Rodgers at all. Aaron Rodgers is right now the number 1 media personality. I mean, it was crazy. I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and it's Pat, former player, AJ Hawk, former player, and Pat, current player. You never see that. Like that was such a weird, interesting deal to see that.
Yeah.
That's got to make some people in the media uncomfortable.
You would think, right?
The former players can do their job, which is scary because they actually played the game. Yep. All right, so there are a litany of NCAA tournament games tomorrow that will be on the air while we're on the air. So
that's going to be fun.
I want to go over them now because we won't be able to talk about them tomorrow because they'll be playing.
Fair.
So let's get to some of these numbers now. Let's start with the first game of the entire tournament with his West Virginia, Maryland. As Coach Young told us yesterday, it's going to be an absolute rock fight between these two teams, with a slight favorite being West Virginia laying 2.5 points.
Yep.
What's B-How like on this one? You talked to him yet?
I actually spoke to him this morning, and would you believe he's covering the West Virginia high school state championships in basketball. He's like, so we're actually in the tournament, West Virginia. We do shows all year, but we're off this week because we're doing high school championships. He said, I will not even be watching the game.
Wow.
He'll be doing playoff games. He's got the gig on AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh, which also airs in West Virginia because they're broadcasting the games. Because I asked him this morning specifically about the game. He's too close to the program. He still gets like emotional. He's like, I think I'm worried about the game. He always says he's worried.
Of course. It's right. I can concur.
It's a hard game.
When I'm breaking down Creighton basketball game, I'm doing the same exact thing. It's like
you're on a different level with that. You're right.
Your brain tells you one thing.
Right.
Your heart tells you something else. And you're fighting it because you want your brain to win, but your heart creeps in and you're like, man, because Coach yesterday saying that Creighton's an Elite 8 team, and I'm like, wait, what? People will tell me that the Jays are going to beat Baylor. I can't see it. I
Right.
want to see it. I want to believe it. I can't see it.
Well, they got a game before that, though. Don't.
Yeah, NC State. Again, this is maybe I'm totally dismissing NC State and wrong, but I've dismissed the ACC. I'm dismissing the ACC this whole tournament. So
Yes, you have.
and going into it, I'm not going to expect much out of the ACC. So that's why I like West Virginia.
I like West Virginia too. I just and I mean it again. These 2-point spreads are coin flips. I don't think there's a strong advantage sidewise at all in a lot of these games, but we'll talk about them.
I mean, I just think
Over-under.
Maryland, Big Ten in the ACC. I'm going to fade both. I apologize to you, Big Ten fans. I know Maryland's Maryland will always be an ACC school to me, always.
Oh,
So I apologize.
boy.
Just to click to my brain where this is a Big Ten school. Still makes zero sense that Maryland's a Big Ten school. But I feel ACC and the Big Ten are both. I'm fading both. Okay. Anytime I see a Big 12 team or a Big East team playing a Big Ten or ACC, Pac-12 is kind of the one hook that I'm a little bit. I don't know what to make of exactly, but I'll lay the 2.5 with West Virginia. I have them. I picked them to advance.
Take a quick peek. Updated number. It's 2 everywhere. There's 1 2.5 at the South Point here in town. Otherwise, it's all 2s.
Maryland's 21-12 ATS.
Okay.
Very good. 13-9 in the Big Ten. But West Virginia's played a higher caliber of competition, in my opinion.
Yeah, this will come down to that argument. And again, Coach came on yesterday. There's a great appearance and talked a lot about. He's like you. He said the Big Ten's caca, no good. This was one of those. This could be one of those things. We'll see how the Big 12 teams do in these first round games against everyone else, not the Big 12.
Right.
It's a little bit of a test to see where
it's not
middle
fair.
tier Big 12 team competes.
But I'll give you this. It's not fair. It's the same thing. It's the same theory that goes into conference strength during the bowl season. Where
it's the worst. I hate that.
Where we take the bowl record and we go, your bowl record stinks. Your conference blows. Is it really fair? No, but we do it.
Right.
And we will do it as well as if the SEC gets bounced early or the Big 12 gets bounced early. And we're going to be like, nice conference there you guys got. You got 8 teams in and 2 are left.
Yeah.
So it's only human nature to do that. So but I'm not going to say it's fair, but it's still the way we do it. And so, yeah, I agree. I mean, these middle of the pack, Big 10, Big 12, ACC schools, when they face off, you are carrying the banner for your conference as to how you look, how you play, what's your, people are going to be watching this. So, I mean, this is under in this game.
Yeah, that's my first thought.
Right?
Yeah.
Early game, first game of the
first thought. Yeah.
It's an early start, sleepy start. I mean, these are the first half unders that I can subscribe to.
Thursday game in Birmingham, Alabama. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a 12:15 Eastern time start.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many people there. That'll be one of those.
No, because Bama plays second.
Right. So
Bama plays second, so you're going to get the Bama crossover early. They're not going to be there for tip, but by halftime, the lunchtime crowd, people start banging out of work. They start heading over down to Birmingham to watch the game. And so do you know if they're playing this on the campus of UAB or are they playing this at the Civic Auditorium? Do you know? Did it say where the game is?
Hold on. I have it somewhere. Guys in the chat will tell us where the game's at, the location. I have it.
I'm just curious because they built that new facility on the campus of UAB.
Oh, I don't have. It just says.
Yeah, it just says Birmingham, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't say where.
Right. We can find that out. Someone in the chat will find it for us. On the show.
Let me see. Yeah, it's South Region. It doesn't say where. Let's see. Birmingham. Oh, Legacy. Yeah. So it is. It's at Legacy Arena at the BJCC, the Birmingham. Okay, so Civic Auditorium. It is at the Birmingham Civic Auditorium. Okay. So it's smack downtown. I mean, it's right there. So
there you go.
Easy to get to. Will be a rocking atmosphere. All my Bama friends are saying that there's this big online petition for Alabama fans to go to the Auburn game and cheer against Auburn and cheer for Iowa.
Oh,
so
okay.
In case you don't know about the rivalry, it's still very much alive. Birmingham is a split city. It's pretty cool. It's
Alabama and Auburn are rivals. This is breaking news.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? Nobody ever knew, but basketball wise, they want Iowa to win. So it's gonna be a lot of Auburn fans in there, but I don't know how many Alabama fans. I don't know how many Iowa fans are going to be down there. I don't think many. So, but you may have some help.
They didn't set that up where they can meet in like the second or third round.
No. Different brackets.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Different pods, same location.
Okay.
They're in different brackets. So, all right. So we both like West Virginia.
Pitt and Penn State can meet in the Sweet 16, I guess, if they both win.
Yeah, about as likely as that is Aaron Rodgers winning the Super Bowl. So,
whoa.
Yeah, ain't happening. The West Virginia Furman game. Can you believe the line's only 5.5 on a 4-13 game?
It's up to 6.
Okay.
Let's go in that direction.
Seems a little low, does it not?
Total's 132. How the hell do you
Virginia.
trust Virginia laying points?
Fair.
More than 2 threes. Oh, man.
This is one of the 4 Cinderella specials here in the NCAA tournament.
Public specials.
Very but as you said, Thursday, Friday is the public fun.
Yeah.
Public, they do well.
I just took a peek. The Jets' non-divisional opponent schedule just came up.
Okay.
Home games. Chiefs, Chargers, Eagles, Commanders, Texans, Falcons.
2 wins in that.
That's who they play at home.
Good luck.
I say 3.
Okay.
Away, Broncos, Raiders, Cowboys, Giants, which is bullshit because it's not a away game, and the Browns.
3
on
wins
the road.
There. So 5 wins there, and then
I was going to say that's 6, and they split the division games. That's 9.
9 wins. Yep.
With Aaron Rodgers.
Fair.
Good luck, people. Sorry.
Furman is 18-13 ATS. They were 10-8 away from home. Virginia,
like dog here, right?
Virginia was 12-18-2 ATS, 9-12-2 in the ACC. Yes. I think Furman scares the crap out of Virginia. Let this climb, take as many points as you can get. I think Virginia probably wins the game, but I'll take the points with Furman. This is our first like barn burner. Whole country gets sent to this game. Final 2 minutes. Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's in trouble. Yes, this is where like the madness begins. Oh my gosh, small time team, a chance to knock off. Yeah, this is it. This is the first one of the tournament.
So let's get this clear. The madness did not begin yesterday, despite the fact that game had 21 lead changes and it was on a Tuesday. It was a playing game. The tournament actually starts on Thursday.
Yes.
Agree. All right.
That's fair. I mean, I love the fact that we have those games on Tuesday, Wednesday, because it's a little bit of a
it's annoying
appetizer. Oh, I like it. It gives us something to watch, give us something to bet on. I like it, but it's not the same, not by any means. So Furman, Virginia, who are you taking?
And if I'm filling out a bracket, I'm taking Virginia. But if I'm betting this, I'm taking Furman.
Yes.
What's the point?
Agreed.
I don't have a clue. I really don't. I want
6-game win streak. Oh, well, that's going to be the big question, right? Is contrasting styles, and does Virginia get to dictate their will? I mean, Furman has scored, recently they've scored 88, 83, 93, 83, 93, 94, 80, 91, 96, 97 against the Citadel, 106 against Anderson, 102 against something called Tusculum.
Tusculum?
Never heard Tusculum. I don't know, but
that's school?
Furman. I mean, they can shoot. Like they can shoot. Them, FAU, Oral Roberts. These are all the very trendy dogs that will come out that people are going to be all in on tomorrow. The only
Thank you.
seed, bless you, the only seed
Mm.
that is a higher seed who is favored that I've seen so far is Utah State laying 1.5 points against Missouri. Agree?
It's a Mountain West team, no?
Uh-huh.
What do Mountain West teams do when they go to the tournament?
Choke.
We're gonna go with this Mountain West team. I don't think I can do it. I don't want them. Do you want them? I don't want them.
I mean, Utah State is 21-12 against the spread, 7-3 over their last 10. Missouri is the opposite. They're 16-1, 7-11-1 at home, 4-6. They were 9-5 on the road this year, ATS.
I don't want them. I don't think I want them.
Missouri? No.
I don't know what I want in this game. It's just terrible.
It's a terrible matchup. I agree.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm beyond confused. If you back me into a corner and say you got to pick this game, I think I'm taking Missouri. No? What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, level of competition is dramatically different.
It's the first game in Sacramento
Mm-hmm.
on Thursday morning, 10:40 our time.
Mm-hmm.
Who in the hell is going to be at that game?
Nobody.
Oh, we're going to hear the shoe squeaking there.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh,
These are the games where first half unders. This is what I mean by picking and choosing. Because I think you could go first half under West Virginia, Maryland, first half under Virginia, Furman, first half under Utah State, Missouri tomorrow.
right.
Those are three games that I think it is a decent bet for a first half under. But once we get past the noon hour Pacific, nope, I'm jumping in the same way.
Right.
I'm going to be more concerned just because of the sleepiness of an early game, high pressure, sight lines you're not used to, nobody in the building. Hard to play. Hard to play. The first number one seed in action will be Kansas tomorrow against Howard, laying 22.5.
Too many?
I so want to take Howard in this game. So want to take Howard.
Huge for taking Howard and then getting blown out.
Yep, but I so want to take Howard. I really do. Howard's 18-13 ATS. They were 12-5 in conference ATS. They've covered 4 straight games.
If I give you 24, you in?
I'm just going to wait to see how many points I get. If I get 24, 25, 26, I'm probably taking Howard.
I would only take Howard right now.
This is so typical Kansas. This is such a typical KU. You know, Howard in the first half as well. I don't hate. I mean, I've seen it too many times.
If Howard covers the first half,
yep,
Kansas will cover the second half.
I would agree with that.
You know how many times you see that happen where the dog keeps it close and covers the first half a little, and then the number
gets killed.
It's always extra. Like we used to make the number bigger. So say Kansas is up by 4 after the first half.
Right.
The original number was 22 is what it closed.
Right.
So what are you going to do? Make the second half 17?
Right.
You can't. It's not. So you make the second half 10 or, something. You got to make it extra, but there's still only 20 minutes, not 40 to cover the spread. They only got a 4-point lead. So a lot of times you'll see it, we know you're going to bet Kansas because now instead of laying 22 for the game, you only got to lay, if it's up 4, you make the line 12 at 16. I mean, that's a value play, right? That's what we're always trying to do.
Right.
Then they end up covering the original number, and you're like, oh, man, I should have done that. So don't get caught up in betting what you just saw in the first half. The big favorite games.
Oh yeah, go the other way. Oh yeah, but I mean, isn't that like your waterfall gif?
Oh, if they're losing,
Yeah,
then the waterfall comes. Then it's like
yeah.
a blip, 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 blip. It's just nonstop, one-sided action. And sometimes in a book, you can't even make a number big enough to get another bet on the other side. You just root for the other team. They're like, "Oh, what do you do in that situation?" You root like hell for Howard
Pray.
is what you do.
Pray.
That's all you do.
Yeah. And then the final game, I don't have much hope for Mr. Steve Lutz and the Islanders against
No?
Alabama. No, because it's going to be a rocking gym. If this game wasn't in Birmingham, I would say no one's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
Yeah.
They're walking into a road game. I mean, Alabama has won home games by 30, 40 points.
Light them up.
Alabama lights them up.
Light them up.
40. You need to give me. I think you might need to give me 40.
That's a little bit extra.
I think they're going to get
I'm
annihilated.
calling Lutz. I'm calling.
Go
Lutz.
ahead. Tell coach. You know, you
24
say, hey,
is
Matt,
not enough.
24 is not enough for me. No,
I got to give you 30.
I need more.
You need more than 30?
Yeah, I need more.
Oh man.
I mean, I'll
Gilbert
listen.
Gottfried said in Beverly Hills Cop too, and then he put his hand out. He said, "Oh, you took my arm. I mean, I give you 30 and you still want more? You took my whole arm and shoulder, everything."
Yeah, I think I need 35 to start listening.
35? This ain't a football game.
Yeah, I need 35.
That's some bullshit. I ain't giving you 35.
Just as a reminder for what Alabama did this year in home game situations.
Against
Alabama
SEC teams too.
Alabama beat Georgia by 49. They beat Florida by 28. They beat Vanderbilt by 57. Beat Vandy by 12. They beat LSU by 40. They beat Kentucky by 26. They beat Ole Miss by 22. They beat Jacksonville State by 42. They beat Liberty by 36. Okay. Like, these boys don't fuck around. Okay.
Oh.
They go and light people on fire when they have a chance to do it.
Lighten them
When
up.
when they have a chance to do that, they have a chance to do that. Like, they will do a ton.
Whitrock just said so much for Matt getting the Islanders gear, saying they're going to lose by 40.
Look, I would tell coach directly. If he called me and you know, I tried to get him on the show. I tried to get him on to come on.
Oh,
Didn't respond. Great. I was like, coach, I was like, we will do anything, anytime, anywhere. Just tell us. We'd love to get you on. He didn't respond. I don't blame him. He's just a little busy. And so and I don't think he runs his own social because he was posting things on social media. I was like, I don't think he runs his own social. I think someone else does that because he's been posting, but
Would you ever let anyone run your social?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Depending upon
as anal as you are, you would let someone run your social with your name on it?
It depends upon what it would be. Like if if I was running, like if it got to the point where I would say like I will run my own social media account until I got to like 250,000 followers. And then once I got to like that
you
level,
might need to run it more when you get them more followers. No,
maybe, but like I would let somebody, I mean, I may be the one writing it, but I'll let somebody else post it. Like I would just say, hey, post that, or hey, post that. Let them do it because their job would be to run my socials, run everything, pull clips, push this out, promotes this, blah, blah, blah. So their job would be to post it. It still might be my words, but their job would be the one to post it. So they'd be running my social, but it would still be my voice.
That's interesting. We'll hopefully have to have that discussion someday.
Well, I have 16,000. I'm a ways away from that number. So yeah, talk to me about 220,000 people to be following me on Twitter.
Patriots expecting to sign Juju? What Konowinski just come in there and say?
What? I don't want Juju Smith-Schuster on my team.
All that dance is going to fly real well up there. All that stuff.
He didn't do that with the Chiefs. I mean, give him that. He stopped doing that. Man. He showed at least he has the ability to stop doing that. Man, you're going to replace Jacoby Myers with Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right.
This is not going to go well for the Patriots, just FYI. Like, this is not going to go over well. Patriot fans are not pleased at the moment about what's going on, but I don't blame them for that. All right, one NIT game to give you because you put Youngstown State on my radar earlier in the year.
Yeah. How about
They have
that?
an NIT. They have an NIT home game tonight as a home dog against Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
You like
See, it's
Youngstown?
funny too because in the schedule they're listed up top,
Okay.
so it looks like they're the road team, but they're not. They're the home team,
Yes.
and I don't know why. But
You don't know why what?
I don't know why they're the home team and listed on the top on the rotation on the schedule on the sheet. I went to the book. I picked up the sheet today, and it says home team on the bottom. But
Because they're the younger because technically because of how the NIT does it, they're the lower seed, but because Okie State did not want to pay for the home game, they're at Youngstown. So by technical definition, Youngstown State is the road team.
Give me the
But the game is being played in Youngstown, Ohio.
Right? They're going to win. No, they're live to win the game. What?
I don't know. I don't know. Okie State was 7-10 this year on the road. Youngstown was 8-6 ATS at home. They just haven't played anybody to the caliber of Oklahoma State. That's my worry.
Game's going over.
Youngstown State's first, our most difficult opponent, best opponent all year was UC San Diego. Oh, they played Notre Dame, lost by 7.
Notre Dame, bad.
Yeah, but at least they played an ACC school.
Right.
They played somebody.
Which, by the way, if you don't remember at the beginning of the show, you besmirched the entire ACC. So what
Correct.
does that matter in this discussion?
They lost by 7. That's bad.
That's not good.
So
to one of the worst teams in the ACC, which is
Yes.
a bad conference. Oh boy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
see what you're doing.
I don't know if I could bet Youngstown State tonight. I'm not sure I can do that.
Oh, I think you have to.
Okay.
I think you'll be mad if you bet Oklahoma State. One more in that NIT, Utah Valley, New Mexico, over.
You like the over in that game?
Book it.
I've absolutely no idea.
Didn't we see Utah Valley? Oh, no, we didn't see Utah Valley.
We saw Utah Tech.
Different team.
Yes.
I saw Utah Valley.
Okay.
The other the night before.
Okay.
No, did we see?
We saw Utah Tech take on
Utah Tech played Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. Austin, yeah.
It was Utah Tech. That wasn't Utah Valley.
And then we saw.
Oh, but I saw Utah Valley with Blewett. That's where I'm getting confused. Okay. I saw Utah Valley with Blewett. Over. The game's going over.
Okay.
So,
I'll believe you.
All right. That's fine.
What's the number? 163.5, and you want over? 164 now.
Jeez, what the hell happened? They're watching the show again?
164?
164. Wow. Hit refresh, Dave. 164. It was 161.5. Chernoff went on with the Raz guys. That was a Raz play. They moved the number. He sent a whole bunch of them, by the way. You want the Raz place? These are
sure
posted on social, but we got
over 161. Even 161 is high.
Ridiculous. Let's see. Wednesday NIT, Central Florida over 143. Youngstown State, Oklahoma State over 148.5. Virginia Tech, Cincinnati over 151.5. And Utah Valley, New Mexico over 162. Those are the Wednesday plays.
The Wednesday plays
Right
are
Angle
all
Sports.
overs.
Wednesday, all overs. I'm just telling. I'm giving you the Raz plays. Thursday, NCAA plays. Virginia -5. Missouri +2.
Yeah.
Kansas, lay it -20.5. Colgate, Texas over 148. And Northwestern pick'em. That's the Thursday game.
I like Northwestern as well. Sorry. I know you like Penn State, but
No. That Northwestern.
Who they play? Wait, they play.
Yeah, Northwestern doesn't play Penn State.
Who do they play?
Hold on. Let me give you the Friday plays. Kennesaw State, Xavier
Boise.
over. Yeah, they play Boise, a big a Mountain West team that is losing again.
Yeah.
Kennesaw State, Xavier over 151.5. Baylor -10. And Iona, UConn under 143.5. Those are the Raz plays for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're welcome, Raz. Free little shot for you.
No Creighton.
Sure.
No one likes the Jays.
No. Well, no, I mean, not those guys.
I'm kidding. I don't care.
You got good
Farah
shape.
just sent us. That's so weird. It went to my computer before it went to my phone.
Ja, 8-game
Yep.
suspension?
John Morant has been suspended 8 games due to conduct detrimental to the team. So this is a team suspension, not an NBA suspension.
Oh, my.
So the Memphis Grizzlies. He's already missed 4 games. So was that an addition? So he's out another 8 games?
I don't know how this shit works.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know.
Well, we'll have to watch that. All right, another Ask the BVB. Chef Benny wants a question asked to us.
Okay.
I think I know the answer already from you.
All right.
How did you like the cartoon sim of the hockey game last night
Oh, my gosh.
on Disney Plus?
Big City Greens, baby. Big City Greens. I loved it. You didn't like it? I loved it.
I thought it was wild. I tried watching it with Madeline, and she was like, "I don't get it. Why are they doing that? Is that live?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's live."
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, but it's cartoons." I go, "Yeah, it's a simulation." She's like, "I don't understand." I'm like, "They're trying to get you to watch it. Will you watch this?" She's like, "No," and she walked away.
Yeah. So if you don't like Big City Greens or you don't really like cartoons, you're not going to like it. But if you do like that, that'll bring you into hockey. If you already like hockey,
Yeah,
like
she
Maddie
likes hockey.
does,
Yeah, she wants the real thing.
exactly, and
Yeah,
like Kendall does, exactly. I don't think you need to do this, but that's not for them. It's
right.
not for us either,
No,
right? This is
it
not.
looks
It's
cool
just,
though. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was funny. I
Yeah,
thought,
it's
I don't know
different.
if I want to watch a whole game like this, but I was coming down in between commercials and stuff and watching it with Kendall for a little bit. And then I went upstairs and I came down and it was changed. And I said, "What the hell happened here? Who changed the channel?" And she said, "Grandma."
Oh,
I said, "Oh, why'd grandma? Were you watching it?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, why did grandma change the channel?" Well, grandma said it was dumb. Old people weren't going to like it.
right.
Not that grandma's old, but I mean, she's old.
Yeah,
She's older,
it's fair.
but it's not for them.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff that, we do, I mean, even in this space, I always say it's good for them, but it's not for me. Like I'm not the target market. I'm not the target. I love hockey. I can
Right.
watch any team, any play, any league. I just like watching the game if it's a good competitive game. Even if it's not, I'll watch. I like watching kids play. I like watching adults play, whatever. This isn't for me. So, you know, those curmudgeon like fans, Canadians, and people that have been watching hockey for 100 years, they're gonna hate this. It's
Yep.
okay.
It's okay
It's,
though.
it's okay.
You're trying to grow the sport.
I give him credit. The
Yes, try the
NHL's
yeah,
trying, are they
yeah,
not?
100%. I'm down with it. Like, let's I think try anything you can do. Make it I mean, for nothing less of than the social media buzz they got last night with people who were tweeting it out saying, "This is wild." Like, they just got interesting. It's just a new way, a new market. Experiment. I'm totally cool with this. Go ahead. See what you can do. You never know what's gonna catch fire. I mean, I thought it was neat when Nickelodeon did the slime game, and then the second year, I was like, "This is stupid. It's annoying."
Right.
So, I mean, maybe I'll watch this for a second
Us-
time and be like, "This is stupid. It's annoying." But I gave the NFL credit for trying. I give the NHL credit for trying. Like, try new stuff. See what works. You never
Right.
know what could. You never know. You have the tech to do it, so try it.
Jess said, and I think she probably speaks for some people that like maybe sometimes have trouble following the puck. It was easier to follow the puck.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
you know,
It just
um,
like it looked like
somebody just said that in the chat.
a earlier version of hockey. Like it looked
Like Sega 94.
100%. Yes, that's what it looked like to me.
Like when that first Sega game
Yes.
came out. I mean, we wore it out in
Oh, I
college.
loved it.
It was a
I mean, look,
fight.
I've said
We used
I've
to
said it for
fight over
years.
it. Oh,
Hockey games are the best games for sports on video games.
yeah,
They're so fun
they are.
because the puck
Have been for
moves,
years.
one-timers,
Fast.
savings,
Oh,
passing.
oh,
It's
oh.
just, I mean, if you played those Sega games, you know about all the cheat codes. I'll do this. Tip of the cap to whoever came up with the NHL promo for that and comparing it to today's players and the cheat codes. That was like I know
Good.
you're coming at me. I know it's my people you're after, but you hit a damn home run. Like that was amazing when I was like, oh, I know that move. Oh, I know that move. Oh, I remember that move. Oh, wow, that's crazy. It was so good. I was like, yeah, that one timer for right there. Yeah, that was an unstoppable hit. Oh, yeah, that play, Gretzky on that move. Oh, yeah, Lemieux on that play on that breakaway. No chance, can't stop it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, absolutely on point by the NHL.
No
Marketing people made their money on that day. Speaking of hockey, how about Buffalo and Washington? All right, so here are two teams tonight playing. Both have 71 points. You tried to make the case that Buffalo is still playing for something.
Uh-huh.
You still think so?
Uh-huh.
So then this game matters to them.
I think so.
Then why doesn't it matter to the Capitals?
Well, I don't know.
Does it? I'm asking you. Does it matter to the Capitals? Because they have 70. They have 71 points.
What's in the playoffs right now?
76.
Yeah, 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Can be caught. Still can be caught. Long shot, but can be caught.
Okay.
Buffalo's playing much better. Give me Buffalo. I mean, the line's 110 now. Minus 110.
Uh-huh.
That's what it should have been last night.
Both teams are 4-5-1 over their last 10.
Buffalo, anti-Buffalo.
Road team Buffalo against the Capitals at home.
They just beat the Lightning on the road.
It's a crazy number. Buffalo is 20-10-2 on the road.
Tell them.
They only have 33 wins. 20 of them have come on the road.
That's what I'm saying.
Sabres are a much better road team than they are home team, which is odd.
Welcome to the Sabres Road Team fan club. I like it.
These teams have played two times so far. 9 and 11 goals scored in the two.
Over.
Is it 7 yet?
6.5. Over
Still,
35.
Well,
Over 35 at 4 joints. Somebody just make a call and move the damn number.
What are they worried
35?
About? It was 4-3. It was 4-3 last night. The final was a total of 7. Worried about the push?
Maybe.
They don't want it. They don't want the push.
Yeah. I don't want to make it 7.
Colorado, Toronto.
Uh-oh. Go ahead. Is this the obligatory Stanley Cup preview?
Could be. It's what's on the rundown.
I know.
But I think Toronto's pathetic, so no. So I can't put Toronto in the Cup finals, but
Toronto wins tonight, though, no?
I don't know. They're big favorites.
It's coming down.
Big favorites at home up against Colorado. 88 points against 80 points. Colorado 9. How about this? 19-11-1 Colorado, 24-7-4 Toronto.
At home?
No, yeah, at home. Toronto's 24-7-4 at home. Colorado's 19-11-1 on the road.
Watch this line. Only 135, 132.
Maple Leafs won the first game in Colorado 6-2.
They're winning again tonight. No, this is Toronto. It should be Toronto minus 140, just so you know.
It does say that. Isn't it?
It says Colorado minus 140 at Toronto.
Oh, sorry.
You wrote the wrong line. This is what you do. You try to take the dog, you write the wrong line. I mean, I got every move. You're at the counter. I'm like, buddy, what are you doing?
Flip it. Yeah, Toronto's minus 140. Sorry, that's my bad on that. New York Islanders at Anaheim. The total was 5.5 at certain books.
Got to go over, no?
Minus 130 to the over. At FanDuel.
It's 6.
It's
Jeff
still
and the
no, it's
boys
not.
moved
It's
it to
still
6.
It's still 5.5. FanDuel's still 5.5.
I know it's still 5.5.
Juicy.
It's over 5.5. You got to bet it over. Jeff knows. He went to 6. It's over.
So I looked at this game last night. So the Ducks are 6-3-1 to the over at home, but just 15-14-1 on the year. Islanders are 5-4-1 to the under on the road, 16-14-3 to the over. Gibson's got a 3.91 goals against average at home for Anaheim.
Over.
Didn't bet it. I looked at it and didn't bet it.
Over.
It's 6, so I feel okay with the push potential, but
yeah,
man,
1 over.
So you like a high. So you like over a grand salami tonight?
Over.
You've gone over almost every game here.
Yeah.
Oh, Islanders Ducks just came off the board at FanDuel.
They're fucking watching the show. They're fucking watching the show.
Look at FanDuel. Look at that. Locked it all up. FanDuel just locked up everything.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, just DM him at Sports Talk Matt or text me. You guys got the number. Just let me know what you guys want to do.
Are they going to go to 6?
We're out looking.
When it reposts, is it going to 6? Here's the question when they put it back up. It'll be a riot if they do.
Now.
It's locked right now. The game is locked right now.
Nothing happened other than me and you talking about it right now.
See, I
totally
like the
coincidence.
I don't normally want to bet the Grand Salami.
Like the game. See, now if we like the same thing, they're going to put up 6.
See, like I agree with you on Toronto and Colorado over 6.5. So that's 7. I agree. Buffalo and the Sabres over.
Yep.
I'll in better to book it. I'll tell you about the Wild and the Blues, but I like that over.
Right.
And so an Islanders Ducks, if you like that over, 4 games, 4 overs, Grand Salami over.
25 is the total. 6, 12, 18, 24 would be 25 over is the Grand Salami. 25.5.
Right.
25.5.
So
yeah, it's going to be close, but one game goes under, you can withstand it if it's 6.
Yeah, you just need like you need Buffalo and Washington to have like 9 goals.
6-5. 6-5, baby. Get us home.
Get to 11.
Home.
You have 11-1 game, you're going over.
You would think so, but then you just might have maloiked it with a 3-0 game and crossed it out.
Nah, even 3-0, you survive that.
3-0 and
because if all 4 games, if you go 3-1 and all 4 games go over and you have 8, 8, and 11,
yeah,
get 3-0, you're there. You're over.
That's a good number. 6.5, 6.5. Good job, Rainmaker. Rainmaker's keeping us honest. Yep. Good.
So, we talked about this game a bit last night on the phone, but Lakers are now 3.5-point favorites against the Rockets. Overnight, it was even lower than that.
1.5 while we were on the phone. I said, we got to go make a play. We're going to have to do something. I said, this can't be right.
So everyone's out
with you to bookie this morning. I said, this is bullshit what you guys are doing with these offshores and all these overnight numbers at the books.
So Lakers are playing nobody, right?
It's down to 3. It's down to 3. They finally got the money at 3.5.
LeBron's not playing, right?
No, he don't play. He ain't playing. He ain't playing for another week at least.
So LeBron's out. AD's out officially. Both.
Why is AD out? He's
out officially. He's out.
He's out. Okay. What happened? Who hit you up?
No, just a tweet just on Rogers. More Rogers. People.
More Rogers. Enough with the Rogers. My God, Pat, you took over the whole morning for the whole world.
Why is breaking news Juju Smith-Schuster signing with the Patriots? Why this is big news for Pat McAfee? I have no idea, but he likes Juju, I guess?
He was a Steeler. Once a Steeler, always a Steeler kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bucks are going to sign Ezekiel Elliott. How don't you like this stuff? I love this stuff. It's so
Poor
fun.
Baker. I feel bad for Baker. He's getting a broken down running back. Oh, man.
I mean, what was the running back situation last year? Was broken down with Leonard Fournette. Kings Bulls. Kings -1 at Chicago.
Confusing.
The total has crashed in this game, which I like to see.
Right. You like under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me Sacktown. I got to lay less than a bucket. I'm good.
On the road.
You can have Chicago. Enjoy.
This is going to be a fun game. I'm I'm excited because the last time I got involved, as I said this last night, I said to you, I said on the podcast last night, the last time I got involved with the Kings game, I missed it by 112.5 points, which is the single biggest miss in the history of my betting career. I've never missed a game by 112.5 points.
I'd venture to say you don't do it again either, sir.
Probably not. I missed it by 112.5 points. That is actually something I'm proud of. That's how bad of a bet that was, that I missed it by that much. 112.5 points is what I missed that bet by. But on the spread line, Sacramento is still unbelievable. 37, 29, and 1, and they're 20 and 12 on the road. Chicago 17, 15, and 1. So why is it number 1?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
What
I don't
the?
know. I make
This
it
is
3 and just take some Bulls bets, but
yeah, it's a
the home
weird deal.
road splits, maybe they just don't have it.
So let's run.
Speaking of a road team favored,
Yeah,
Celtics.
yeah,
What?
-5 at the T-Wolves.
Stop that bullshit. T-Wolves cover that number, no?
I don't know. I wouldn't bet Boston. I wouldn't lay on the road. Hell no.
What about the other game?
The other game is Clippers -2.5 against the Warriors.
Explain that one to me, Sherlock.
Warriors suck on the road.
Why is it only 2.5?
Should be higher?
Should be 4. No?
Well, the Warriors have been figuring things out. I think that there's some concern that the Warriors will play well.
Man, oh man.
They could go in there and win. So to have that.
I hope
All
the
right.
chat bet my hat changes over today. I really took some time. I got
Ooh.
all the pirate hats that I possibly could today.
Wow.
Wore 'em all.
Pirates. It's parts. Better to book it.
Let's do it. Sorry.
Time.
Need to mesh up.
Kings, Bulls under 239. I'm sitting here with 3 points of CLV. As I said, I missed this by 112.5 points. The gods owe me.
Now you did it. Oh, I was going to bet it with you, but now I'm not. I'm booking it.
All right.
They don't know you shit, and now
Yes, they
you're
do.
going to not. No, this is
They owe me
bad.
this. They owe me
This
this.
is bad. This is
I hit the
gonna fall over.
under. I hit the one NBA under I bet this week with the Warriors.
Yes.
Same number. This is my number. 239, 240.
239 is your number?
239, 240. If I start seeing NBA totals around there, I'm gonna look at under. This is a huge number. 240 is a huge number in the NBA.
This is great.
It's a gigantic number.
You now have a number.
Yeah.
For an NBA total, 239.
I'm not saying I'm going to bet it every time.
No.
Blindly.
But
I'm
we're
just
going to
saying
keep
I'm
an
going
eye
to look.
on it.
I'm going to look at
Yeah.
it when it gets to 240. I'm going to look at that number and go, all right, what are we talking about? Can we get? Because again, this number, just to run the numbers really fast, the Kings are 20-12 to the under on the road.
Okay.
The Bulls are 20-13 to the under at home.
Okay.
This is the highest total for a Bulls game at home since the Spurs back on the 6th of February, where it was 239. It went under by 7 points.
I remember that game.
Most of the games for the Bulls at home have been on average around 225. This is 14 points higher. The Bulls are 38-29 to the under on the year. Yes, the Kings are a massive home over team, but on the road, they're not nearly as productive.
It was a well-rounded, lucent argument. Overruled.
So overruled.
Overruled. That's my cousin Vinny line.
All right.
Yep.
The Wild and the Blues over 6. 4th game of a road trip for Minnesota. Wild are 3-0 to the over, scoring 9, 7, and 6 goals in total over those 3 games.
They've been lighting people up too.
Yep. The Blues are 2-1 over their last 3, 5-5 over the last 10, but 6 or more goals have been scored in 7 straight games involving the Blues.
We'll bet this.
5-3.
Nervous, a little nervous that the Blues that they lose this 4-1.
It's possible.
5-1.
The Blues lose it 4-1?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Fleury's been good on the road. Bennington's got a 3.18 goals against average. 4 goals given up in the first matchup was a 5-3 in St. Louis final. In Minnesota was 3-0.
Right. That's what I'm worried about.
But they played, but the Wild played different.
Doesn't score.
But the Wild play differently at home than they do on the road.
Right.
And they've been wide open in this road trip. Like they're just
that's
flying
how they get beat, though.
For whatever reason. They're flying around right now.
It's in St. Louis, right?
Yes. Which is good. Which is why I bet the under. If it was in Minnesota, I bet the under. But this game being in St. Louis, I like the over.
Okay.
On that. And then finally, I am getting involved with the first half in the NCAA tonight with Arizona State and Nevada. So I went and looked at all these numbers.
Okay.
Nevada over the last 3 games in the first half have scored 26. That was the one game against San Jose State they lost in the Mountain West Conference tournament. 21 against UNLV, 37 against Wyoming, but that team stinks loudly.
Right.
They averaged 32.8 points in the first half overall this year, 33.2 on the road this season. You have an Arizona State team that scored 29, 39, and 28 in the Pac-12 championship game, but they averaged 32.4 points over their last 3 games. They averaged 28 points in the first half. In fact, both Nevada and Arizona State both averaged 28 points in the first half over the last 3 games. That comes out to 56 points. 62.5 is the number. Under 62.5 first half, Arizona State, Nevada.
Head almost exploded with all those stats. That was
Betting and booking
crazy
it.
how deep you went there.
Nevada is, by the way, Nevada is 163rd for offensive length of time possession and
Right.
340th defensive length
Holy
of time.
crap.
Nevada makes you take the shot clock all the way down to the end.
Right.
They play physical defense and they make it difficult for you to score. ASU wants to go and run. Nevada's not going to let you do it.
All right, sir. I'll buy it. I'll bet this with you.
All right. We'll see if we can
Scared.
suffer through it.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't even want to watch that, but now I gotta watch it. And while I'm on in-game live tonight, I'll watch this and root this one home.
First
Under.
half, 6-2 under.
First.
If you do it quickly, we can get favorite thing about today into Sports Grid.
A favorite thing about today was starting to show a little bit late because of Aaron Rodgers making that decision and it not impacting the line, and telling Gumpy and they fucked up the whole morning for me because they had to do this show right now, and the fact that I love those guys and they're dominating the space.
They are.
500,000 people were watching or something, tuned in. Insanity.
At once.
Yeah, at once. Waiting for him to say pretty much what he said. That's his favorite thing about today. And the other favorite thing is the amount of texts that I'm getting that people are coming to town today. Go set up your apps. Go try to find seats. Do all that today. Don't do it tomorrow. Do you understand how busy me and you are going to be if we're actually going to go meet people? I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared, Perrault.
It's going to be a very, very busy weekend. Yes. And luckily I'm childless, so I'm good. So I'll be able to run around and have some fun. So I'm free for the weekend. So we'll be able to go and have some fun and to go ahead and do that. My favorite thing about today is just the madness has arrived. The fun has happened. We are into this thing. I love the tournament. I love that Coach Lutz won last night, and the Islanders are playing Alabama tomorrow. I think that's phenomenal. I can't wait to watch the games tonight. I can't watch the games tomorrow. Tomorrow's show is going to be Looney Tunes. Roll Call Friday on Friday is going to be insanity. So just heads up as we roll. We got 4 games going on tomorrow. During it, we'll live bet. We'll tell you about picks and plays. We'll roll through it. Lots of good stuff coming on the show tomorrow. Do not miss it. Sports Grid, YouTube, and Twitter saying bye to all you guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow for our Thursday's BVB.